White House Communications Director Hope Hicks, one of President Donald Trump's most trusted and longest-serving aides, abruptly announced her resignation Wednesday, leaving a void around a president who values loyalty. Much speculation is surrounding the rather abrupt departure of the soon-to-be former White House Communications Director. Though she has not even vacated the West Wing yet, she is said to be receiving offers by the truckload promising 8-figure paydays if she is willing to go on the record to provide juicy insider details of the inner workings of the Trump administration to powerful publishers and producers eager for dirt. Before the ink was even dry on Hicks' resignation, just one day after her so-called white lies testimony before the House Intelligence Committee, one of New York City's publishing house editors was attempting to contact Hicks to make her an offer she couldn't refuse. $10 million to write a candid, truthful, sensitive tell-all about her life in Trumpland, the good, the bad and the ugly. A high-profile literary agent from New York City, Eric Myers, stated Hicks could easily get a $10 million advance if she really did promise to throw the office doors wide open and tell all. Then came a female Hollywood producer-screenwriter with yet another high-dollar offer, and the parade offers began with different variations of the same question: what would it take to do your story as a miniseries or on the big screen? I can get the financing, like tomorrow, and make you rich and even more famous. You have an incredible story. Let's talk. White House insiders speak of Hicks' time at the White House, noting that should the 29-year-old decide to spill all, she would be an incredible resource due to the detailed diary she kept of her time in the White House. In a statement, President Trump praised Hicks for her work over the last 3 years, saying he will miss having her by my side. Many producers and publishers have stated if she should decide to publish, it may be prudent for Hicks to hold an auction, thus allowing Hicks to walk away with an agreement to keep some 15% of the total sales. White House insiders are conflicted, with some reporting Hicks has decided to publish a tell-all memoir and others citing Hicks' unquestioning loyalty to the Trump administration and her long-standing friendship with President Donald Trump himself as reasons she will not do so. White House insiders speak of Hicks' time at the White House, noting that should the 29-year-old decide to spill all, she would be an incredible resource due to the detailed diary she kept of her time in the White House. One publishing executive stated of Hicks, next to Ivanka and Melania, Hope is the woman closest to the president. She knows all the secrets, all the foibles, all the quirks. President Trump has had multiple communications directors in 400-some-odd days in office, with tenures lasting from just 10 days with the infamous Anthony Scaramucci to Hicks herself lasting just over 170 days. Sean Spicer served in the Trump administration as press secretary, and he recently announced his own plans for a tell-all book of the happenings in the West Wing of his own. Hicks resigned on Wednesday after serving in the Trump administration since the beginning of his presidency. Though Spicer definitely will have the dibs on some insider info, even more highly anticipated is James Comey's book, A Higher Honor, Truth, Lies and Leadership, due to come out in mid-April. Given the accusations of perjury against Comey during his testimony before Congress and the leaking of memos to the press by Comey's friend at Comey's direction, as well as the criminality of the conduct of the FBI itself during Comey's leadership tenure, there is much speculation as to just how truthful Comey's book will be. The book currently has a lengthy list of backorders in anticipation of its release date. Trump's first campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, recently published a book that President Trump had high praise for. Lewandowski also is said to have briefly dated Hicks during the campaign while he was said to have been married to another woman. Hicks also dated accused spousal batterer and former staff secretary Rob Porter. One thing is certain about Hicks is she knows how to keep her mouth shut when she chooses to do so. During her time in the Trump administration's communications department, Hicks rarely gave interviews or even on-the-record statements to the press. This has caused the press to develop a rather devoted interest in getting her to open up and talk. However, many are certain that she will not risk her relationship with President Trump to do so. Hicks said in a statement, "There are no words to adequately express my gratitude to President Trump." She added she wished Trump and his administration the very best. Before Wednesday's announcement, Hicks had not been happy for some time, according to two people with knowledge of her thinking who were not authorized to discuss the matter publicly. One person said Hicks had been increasingly feeling the stress of the position. The Daily Mail reports of an unnamed White House insider as a source, stating "The thing is Hope's one of Donald Trump's most loyal colleagues and friends. She's not one to destroy that relationship and she is certainly under some sort of non-disclosure agreement." Moreover, the various investigations by the special counsel and Congress could target her. So she has to be very careful about jumping into any deals. One literary agent who has represented Pulitzer Prize-winning journalists told the Mail that many in the entertainment and media industries see Hicks's story as a political blockbuster, citing Michael Wolff's Fire and Fury, Inside the Trump White House as an example. Wolff's book, which has been criticized as inaccurate in parts, nevertheless was widely popular on its release in January, with sales of the book topping 1.7 million. The agent stated of Wolff and Hicks, Michael Wolff with his unauthorized tell-all has sold something like 900,000 books, and it's made him a millionaire, even though there's been questions about some of his reporting. Believe me when I say that the publishing world and Hollywood are in a state of excitement over getting her to agree and sign on the dotted line.